down and see where I'm walking. All right, I'm an addict named Jim. Let's see. Monday, I celebrated 34 years. And I tell you what, it's been challenging and everything. What is it? Grew up. I'm also absent-minded, but grew up or die, and that's what I had to do a lot here this last few years and stuff and everything. One thing about it, I sat here thinking about that, and I think about how whenever I came into the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, uh, I had to make a decision whether I wanted this program or not and everything. I said that, that I wanted a different life, but was I willing to change my life? And a lot of times I wasn't willing to change my life. I did have resentments, you know, about my life and everything the way it was. Uh, I looked at it as like, here I am in a room called Narcotics Anonymous, and I just sunk lower than whale shit, and here I am, I lost soul, and but I wanted something different, and it was, thank God I kept coming back and everything. I heard people, that was talking, how they, staying clean and the problems they were going through. I see people with some smiles on their face, and they seemed like they weren't all jammed up like I was and everything. So yeah, I wanted some of that, but they did work. They had to do work to get to where they were at and everything. And I wasn't so much willing to do the work to get to where they were at, maybe thinking that I'd get it by osmosis, and that don't work. For all those who tried and didn't work for you, it don't work. And I just kept coming back, and well, I didn't go out or anything, but I came back. I had some good people who showed me love in this program. They kept telling me, keep coming back, Jim, because I had an attitude. It was a bad attitude and everything. It's mainly, I did things the way I wanted to do things, and I didn't want to listen to you. And it came down to that there resentment, and then I got the anger because I didn't want to listen to you. There were some people that was telling me that, hey, you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to go back out. The thing about it is I had that fear of knowing you guys. I didn't know you guys, but I knew those guys out there. I thought I did, And so it's more like I told you guys to kiss my ass. And if you say anything to me anymore, I'm going to punch you in the head and everything, And, through that, I took myself out of Narcotics Anonymous for about a month and everything, and I just went out there, started hanging around with the guys I knew and everything, and until I almost got high, the pop started tasting like syrup, and I'm sitting there looking at these guys drinking and smoking dope and everything, and then all of a sudden, instead of me jumping up into things, jumping into that, I jumped up out of that seat and went home. I understood what they were saying to me, trying to save my life and everything, but at the time, like I said, I was hard headed, thinking I knew better, and I didn't know better. You know, so it's like, I jumped out of that seat. I understood what they were saying, and you know, that resentment, anger, and fear started to leave and everything. I started to uh, have some respect for the people who was trying to help me and everything. I started to open my mind up to listen to what was being said and everything on how to stay clean one day at a time. You know, and that's what they was teaching me and stuff. The group that I left this group and everything because they're the ones I told I was going to kick their ass and everything. Well, I went back there to that group, and I ended up getting a sponsor out of that group and everything. And I started getting real about this program. I started to listen to, going to meetings, working this first step, and then eventually working all the other steps and everything, and then understanding what the steps were about. It's about me learning how to live them in all my affairs, doing whatever comes by, what happens in my life, I could depend on these steps to help me some kind of way, you know. Plus, the people in the rooms, you guys in the rooms, helped me to live. You know, you were there whenever times were bad. You was there to help me and comfort me and stuff. Something that my buddies weren't doing and everything. Hey, they comfort me here. Take this. Hey, we got this here. Hey, whatever. But I learned that. That's when I started to get real and open about this program in Narcotics Anonymous. Started getting real that, hey, I'm powerless over my addiction. My life has become unmanageable. Learning how to grow, to be that person, be a person, to be a human being. You It's either for time for me to grow up or stay in my stupid thoughts and everything and die. And that's what would have happened and everything. I would have died. But no, I opened my mind up and everything, and you know, had some acceptance, and that anger left and everything. I started having love for the people who was trying to help me to stay clean, uh, and have the faith. It says, that we placed resentment with acceptance, and I did. I started having some acceptance and everything, and then the anger was placed with love. I started to love the people I was with and everything, because they was trying to help me and everything, which they did. It got me to the 34 years I got now and everything, and the faith, you know, through that, through me doing that third step, I got some faith. I put it in the God of my understanding, and to guide me in the program of Narcotics Anonymous, to because it was unknown for me. Staying clean was unknown. You know, and through that third step, I was able to open up and take this journey, unknown journey for me. And it's been a great ride and everything. I had some things that happened, and I could always depend to fall back on the steps and everything. I ended up uh, me and my wife, we were separated for about a year or two, and all of a sudden after I got clean, and we got back together, and I started to be a husband, and through all of that, I became a better husband through the program, listening to other people how they deal with their problems, and things like that. I remember whenever we first got together, and she was talking about, we sat there, and anyways, we got into an argument and everything, and then the old character defects start coming out, and she said, "You ain't changed one bit." and I took offense to that. And I had to take a look at it, and I talked to a couple people, who I put faith into, that was working the program. So I think, I think you said it, that I watch people. That's something I do. I watch people. I listen to what you say, and then I watch what you're doing. And if you're just giving me light mouth service, then guess what? Uh, Hi, goodbye. That's it. But if you're walking the talk, then hey, I want to hear what you got to say and everything after the meeting and everything. And there was a couple guys who told me. One guy said, "Hey Jim, you got a program. Your wife doesn't. You got to work your program. You know, and if she don't come around and see you, make changes, then guess what? You got to keep on working your program." And that made sense to me. You uh, Needless to say, some things did change, but not always. Because hey, you know, we always, they never forget. I always told that we make a cut so deep that the wound may heal, but the scar is still there, and that scar is still there with my wife. You know, and it was there with my son too. I had a son, and I threw him out the house and stuff because it was interfering with my getting high. But we ended up fortunate for this program and working the steps. I was able to make amends to my son. We became father and son, again. We had a relationship and everything. I had some health issues. I ended up with a stroke, and I was fortunate that I was able to recover from that. I mean, I still got some after effects on it, but I was able to recover from that. A person that I know and respect, uh, they didn't recover. They ended up going in after I got out. They went in and they ended up dying. You know, and that gave me some gratitude that that could have been me. You know, Instead of moaning and groaning, oh, I got this here thing going on, I can't do, because I couldn't move at the first. I couldn't do nothing. But as time went on, I'm able to move and everything. Uh, and I'm grateful for that. You know, I ended up with prostate cancer and stuff. Woe is me. I could be give up. I give up and do whatever. And the thing about it is, the only thing I did do was I went out and bought a brand new car because I said, "The hell with it." I don't. I ain't gonna. I don't need this money no more. We think we're bad and everything. That's what I did. Went out and bought a new car and everything, and well, my prostate cancer went into remission, but I still got a car payment. I'm still paying for that car and everything. But hey, you know, that's what happened. I could have said the hell with it, go out, get high, do whatever I got to do, but I didn't. And I had people to help me to help let me know that hey, I don't have to get high. You know, uh, Look at some steps, and work that step, whatever step I need to work on, and do what I need to do. Um, you know, and it is mainly growing up to grow up or die. Like I said, don't quit before the miracle happens and everything, and that's what happens, I ended up losing my wife 7 years ago and everything, and she had some health issues, and thank God I was there for her. Something that, I wasn't whenever I was out there getting it in, out there chasing whatever, you know, and, I come into the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous and showed me how to live and and be a man, a responsible man, and everything, And I was there to be there with her. And I had some friends that showed up and at the waiting room, and they were there with me, help comfort me in the process. And I had a hard time with that, you know. I really had a hard time and everything. And I had a friend out in Riverside, California. I called and was telling him about what's going on. And he said, "Hey Jim, come on out. You know, you having a hard time? Come on out. Spend some time with me." And I went out there. I spent time with him and everything. And guess what happened? Celebrate 70 years. I was there when they celebrated 17. Yeah, that was great, man. It was great, and it helped me to uh, take care, do the things I needed to do. You know, and it was. I heard the speaker there. He was speaking, and he was having some problems. You know, we have. It's not all about drugs. You know, it's learning how to be a man, how to take responsibility, growing up and not dying. And this guy had some serious mental problems going on with him. You he did sponsor people. He had some time and everything, and uh, and he ended up. Uh, he had this commitment to speak at this convention and everything. This anniversary, and he had that commitment to talk. What happened was he got paranoid. I'll say just paranoid. He was in a grocery store, and he couldn't leave the grocery store. He had to call his daughter to come get him and everything because he was scared to leave the store. You he had that fright that was going on, but he also had that commitment, and he made that commitment. He said, "Hey, I have this commitment," and he was there to speak what he had to say. And lucky enough, there was this lady that was sitting there. She was new. She was crying. She was getting ready to leave, and he told her, "Hey, don't leave. You know, do not leave, because you're helping me to stay up on this stage, up, oh, yeah, on this stage to keep doing what I need to do because I want to run." And she stayed there, so they helped each other. He got through what he needed to do, and she stayed and heard what she needed to hear and everything. And that showed me that, hey, it's more than just about drugs. It's about a lot of things that happens to us. And the 12 this program could help us. You know, help us go seek the recovery or whatever we need to do, and do what we need to do and stuff. You know, so that gave me a lot of hope and everything. Um, but like I said, uh, I did do that. I went there, went to that their anniversary, DNA's anniversary and stuff there, and had a great time and met some people, good people and stuff there, and but it helped me out. I took a train ride to to from I don't know if you know, I don't know if not too many people. I don't know if you knew where Connorsville, Pennsylvania is at. Okay, I took a train ride from Connorsville to Riverside, California. 3 day ride. But guess what? I had a great time. Met some people, talked to some people, got there, and then the 3 day ride back. Well, it's supposed to have been a 3 day ride. It ended up being 4 or 5 day ride because we had a bunch of cows in Colorado. A truck got stopped and stuck on the railroad track, and so we plowed into that train. Plowed into a bunch of cows and stuff. Uh, anyways, we had to spend time in a stopover in Chicago and everything. So, but hey, it was great. and they serve us with beef stew. It's like, wait a minute, did they go out there and get one of these cows? But they did. They served us up beef stew and everything. But 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 I had a great time. It helped me when I got home. I was able to, you know, sleep. I'll put it like that. Sleep without any drugs and everything, without taking any drugs or anything, and that was the main thing. You know, a couple years ago, two years ago, my son passed away. You know, and we became father and son, like I mentioned earlier, and it's through this program, in the 12 steps that I was able to, we did become father and son. We called each other to see how each other was doing and everything. We had that relationship back and everything. I felt good and stuff. You I felt bad when he died. He died of the COVID. He had the COVID, and then he got the after effects of it from it and everything. And so yeah, so I'm mainly a bachelor. I don't have nobody, other. I got some sisters, a couple sisters, and a brother I talk to, and we're getting ready to go on a trip here next year, uh, trying to form some stuff. But I was able to do these things and able to go on some trips and stuff. I went to Ecuador a couple of years ago and went to a meeting there, had a great time. Didn't understand a damn word they said and everything, but I felt their heart. That was the thing. I felt their heart and everything. And they entered, was welcomed and everything, and had a great time. Uh, look forward to us meeting those guys again and everything, and you know, a few other places I was at. You know, I've been in the Philippines about 4 or 5 times. I was sitting there thinking about about talking about that. I remember I went to a meeting and there was no meeting. I walked down this dark alley and everything. It's dark, pitch black. And I walked down to this dark alley and there wasn't a meeting. So I'm walking back and people were looking at me like, what the hell? So this cab driver said, come with me. You come with me and everything. I said, what the hell are you doing walking down that dark alley? Yeah, it didn't matter to me. I mean, how many dark alleys we walked down and everything. And that's what I looked at. It's like, I mean, dark alleys we were in. I was in a few, so, but I did hit some meetings up there and everything. And, remember one meeting I went to was in a Kentucky Fried Chicken and everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before Kentucky Fried Chicken opened up, we had the meeting and stuff, and some chicken. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a good, uh, NA been good to me, and I'll put it like that. Able to do some things, and my nephew was able to attend his wedding and everything, and you know in Cancun and stuff, and and unfortunately, my niece just passed away here about 6 months ago. But they never seen me, uh, high or anything. And we used to take care of them. Me and my wife at the time took care of them and stuff. But I'm able to do all that stuff. Okay, was able to do all that stuff because I grew up in Narcotics Anonymous, and kept an open mind and stuff. Something that I didn't have whenever I came in. Uh, I belonged to a bike group and everything, and it was pretty, you know, I'm doing it my way, you know, and I learned how to, once I almost got high, I learned how to do it NA's way and everything, because my way is going to kill me, and I didn't want to die. I almost died a few times already. I didn't want to die, so. Anyways, I'm about done here. I could almost go on and on and on, but I won't. Uh, I enjoy everybody. Thank you, committee. Thank you guys for showing up. Yeah, thank you.